After decades of population decline, Michigan is finally seeing real, consistent growth. And nowhere is that more important than right here in Metro Detroit. The city's population has now grown for 2 straight years, breaking a decades-long trend. Flint is growing for the first time in 25 years, and Grand Rapids is ranked the fastest-growing metro area in the entire country for jobs and new talent. So what does this mean for Detroit and Michigan's future? Joining me now is Hilary, Michigan's Chief Growth Officer. This is your whole job, is to keep people in Michigan and bring new ones in, and it looks like it's working. So Michigan's population increased by more than 67,000 from 2020 to 2024. What's going right? What's behind this trend?
Yeah, well, a lot's going right. First and foremost, since we announced this effort 2 years ago to really intentionally try to do what it takes to grow Michigan's population, we've had over 20,000 Michiganders really join in and tell us what they love about this place and what's between them and building their future here to help us build an agenda. And that's really what it takes. It's a group project. And now we see good job growth. Currently, today, we have 140,000 open jobs across our state. Yes, and in Detroit, we have the second fastest growing startup ecosystem in America. Some of the fastest growing industries, including clean energy, defense. So lots of economic diversity that's required. We also have great places. We all know this already. We're surrounded by the Great Lakes. We have wonderful cities, but that's also a requirement when young people are looking for a place to call home, with our great cost of living as a cherry on top.
Glad you brought that up. It's not just about bringing new people in, it's about retention and keeping our young people here. Who are we focusing on, and who is moving here? What demographic are you targeting?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're thinking a lot about especially working age Michiganders. And as you said, it's always been retention first. We're paying a lot of attention to making sure that the folks who are here can get connected to those great opportunities and build their futures here. And we believe that when we do that, we'll also be a beacon for folks across the country, to come and join us. And what we're seeing is recent grads choosing to stay and young families choosing to move in. And in fact, one of the stats I like to cite is as of today, as of this year, the acceleration in our young adult population is now faster than 45 other states. We're top 5 in the nation now, which was not true in the 2010s, and I think is a reflection of a lot of this hard work.
And that's what we need too, because those are the people that are going to have the most working years ahead of them. They're going to be able to drive the economy that we need. Michigan does have some issues though, infrastructure issues, issues with education, issues with affordability. As we are growing, the costs are going up. What is the biggest issue that is a roadblock for this trend to go forward?
Yeah, when we listen to young folks across the country, millennial and Gen Z, it is the case that housing affordability and access to housing ownership is the top concern. Folks want to make sure that they can access housing. And we've really made a commitment to that here in Michigan. We've made historic housing investments. We're committed to getting 115,000 new units online by next fall, and we're right on track. So that will help us keep costs low. As of today, owning a home in Michigan is still 40% more affordable than the average U.S. home price. So that doesn't mean folks here aren't feeling the pinch. It doesn't mean we don't need to keep working harder, but it does give you some perspective relative to the country.
Yeah, that's helpful. Really quick, there's 3 programs in Detroit to incentivize entrepreneurs here. Can you give us the top 2?
Yes, absolutely. Well, across the state, we have these Make My Home programs that allow local communities to identify who they need to retain and attract and give them program benefits to help them stay right here. And in Detroit, that looks like entrepreneurial programs, including the City of Detroit's, which is helping entrepreneurs get the housing stipends and housing support that they need per our past conversation to make sure that they can stay here and scale their businesses here. That means more jobs for more folks to choose to stay right here in Michigan, or come join us here in Michigan and help grow our city.
All right, what's the website for that?
Yeah, they can check us out at themichiganlife.org/make-mi-home.
All right, Hilary, Chief Growth Officer in Michigan. Keep up the good work. We appreciate it. Kim, back to you.